Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be diving into the stages of child development. This journey is not only fascinating but also essential to understand for anyone interacting with children, whether as a parent, teacher, or caregiver. Throughout this presentation, we'll discuss the major stages children go through and how we can support them along the way. To begin with, child development is a lifelong journey, but the early years are especially critical. These are the building blocks of everything a person becomes, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. We'll focus on three main areas of development today: physical development, which includes how children grow and gain motor skills; cognitive development, how they learn, solve problems, and process information; and emotional and social development, which involves feelings and how they interact with others. Newborns are incredible. They come into the world ready to learn and connect. Even in these first 2 months, they are building the foundation for all future development. Physically, their movements are mostly reflex-based. For example, they'll automatically turn their head to feed if their cheek is touched. Cognitively, they are already recognizing familiar voices and smells, especially from their caregivers or mothers, basically. And emotionally, they are forming strong attachments through simple things like crying, cuddling, and making eye contact. These small actions might not seem like much, but they are vital for building trust and security. This stage is all about rapid development and exploration. Infants go from being mostly stationary to crawling, standing, and taking their first steps. These milestones show how quickly their physical skills develop. Cognitively, they are starting to understand the world around them. A big moment is when they realize that objects still exist even when they can't see them. What we can call object permanence. They also begin communicating with bubbles and their first words. Emotionally, infants show stronger bonds with caregivers or mothers and might become wary of strangers. This is the beginning of forming meaningful connections. Toddlers are known for their energy and curiosity. This is the age when they're constantly on the move, walking, running, climbing, and refining their fine motor skills, like using utensils or stacking blocks. They are also absorbing language at an incredible rate. A toddler might go from speaking a handful of words to putting together full sentences. At the same time, they are starting to understand simple concepts like cause and effect. Socially, you might notice them playing alongside other kids but not yet together. That's called parallel play. This stage is exciting but also challenging because they are testing limits and asserting independence, often with tantrums. As children enter the preschool years, their world becomes more social and imaginative. Physically, they are refining their coordination, which allows them to do things like hop, skip, and draw simple pictures. Cognitively, their imagination is at its peak. They might engage in pretend play or start solving simple puzzles. They are also learning basic concepts like numbers and letters. Socially, preschoolers start playing cooperatively with others, learning to share and take turns. Empathy is also starting to develop, though they may still struggle with focusing on others' feelings. This stage is all about creativity and learning through play. Once children enter school, their development becomes more structured. Physically, they continue to grow steadily, and their motor skills allow them to take part in organized sports or other activities. Cognitively, their thinking becomes more logical and focused. They start understanding rules and fairness, which plays a big role in their friendships and games. This is also the time when academic skills like reading, writing, and math become more important. Socially, friendships become deeper, and self esteem is heavily influenced by how they are doing at school and in social settings. This stage sets the foundation for teamwork and responsibility. Adolescence is a time of rapid changes, both physically and emotionally. Puberty brings about major physical growth and hormonal changes, which can be overwhelming for some teens. Cognitively, they are developing the ability to think abstractly and plan for the future. They start questioning the world around them, including values they have been taught. Socially, peer relationships become a primary focus and they begin to seek independence from their parents. Adolescence can be challenging, but it's also a time of incredible self discovery and potential. While all children go through similar stages, their individual development is shaped by a combination of factors. Genetics determine traits like high eye color and sometimes even certain behaviors. The environment plays a huge role, including the home they grow up in, and the schools they attend. Nutrition and health are also critical. A well fed child with access to health care will typically develop more smoothly. Finally, parenting and cultural values influence how children behave and see the world. As adults, we have a huge impact on how children grow and thrive. Here are some simple ways to support them. First of all, encourage them to explore and play. It's how they learn best. Second, provide a safe and loving environment so they feel secure. Third, keep routines consistent for things like meals and sleep. Last but not least, most importantly, communicate. Listening to a child and engaging with them builds trust and confidence. Understanding the stages of child development helps us provide the right support at the right time. Each stage brings unique opportunities to shape a child's future. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future content.